My FPL Game Week 33 team selection. In this video, we're going to look at how my team fared in Game Week 32, how my triple captain went, as well as how my team is lining up going into the double Game Week 33, possible bench boost Game Week as well. So let's just dive right into it. In Game Week 32, my triple captain, my team, as you all know, I used my triple captain in Game Week 32. My team scored a total of 91 points, a really nice green arrow to take me up to 170k for the first time this season. In goal, I had Allison, going again. They had a fixture against West Ham, right? It was unfortunate to see them concede that last minute goal, or rather the dying minute goal, to West Ham. But luckily, Van Dijk was able to score the winner that would, increase their hopes of winning, killing off and just winning the Premier League title if they win the game against Leicester. But yeah, Allison also managed to get some save points, so he returned 3 points for me in that game. In my defense, I had Milenkovic, Dan Born, and Munoz as my starting, defenders. Milenkovic also saw his clean sheet get wiped out in the last minutes of the game against Everton due to a Doucouré goal. So he returned just 2 points. Dan Born had a double game week against Manchester United and Crystal Palace, both home fixtures. He came away with a yellow card and conceded one goal in the game against Manchester United, but he returned a clean sheet in that game against Crystal Palace. So total of 7 points for Dan Bon. Munoz really, it was disappointing having him for this double game week. Returned -1. I honestly could just, it was unbelievable. He returned -1. A lot of single game week defenders returning more points like him, the likes of Ignori returning 14 points. It was disappointing, but it is a double game week. You really can't fault managers that go with, the double game week option ahead of single game week players. Kerkes came in for the injured Mitoma in my team. I returned 6 points. It wasn't 7 points, but he saw one bonus point, get chopped off. Um, during before the last game, that's the Newcastle Crystal Palace game. So dropped from 7 points back to 6 points. In a midfield, I had Mo Salah. Mo Salah got the assist in the game against West Ham to return 6 points in that game. Also edging closer to breaking the tally for most assists in the Premier League season. I think he's about 3 assists away from breaking it, 2 assists from leveling it. So 6 points from him. Ismail Assar got the assist for the first goal in their game against Man City. Unfortunately, they did lose that game 5-2, but he got an assist there. And then came away with just 2 points after getting subbed in the around the 70th minute mark in the game against Newcastle. So 7 points from him. Jacob Murphy, absolutely incredible own player asset for me since bringing him in on my wild card. He has been exceptional. Got an assist in the game against Manchester United and got a goal and an assist alongside 3 bonus points in that game against Crystal Palace. Really fantastic buy for me so far on my wild card. Returned 19 points and was also my vice captain going into the game week 32. Up top, I had Mateta, I had Mamouche, and I had Alexander Isak. Mateta was also a very disappointing own, getting subbed off before the 60th minute mark in both games to return just 2 points. Really disappointing. Honestly, I feel like if he is not fit enough to start, just don't start him, right? Or if you do start him, give him enough minutes because it was really frustrating, really frustrating across both games. Mamouche, my second attacker, he returned 7 points in that game against Crystal Palace. He scored the equalizing goal for Manchester City to inspire a comeback at the Etihad at the for the early kickoff fixture on Saturday over the weekend. And then Alexander Isak got an assist in the game against Manchester United and got one goal in the game against Crystal Palace. Honestly, he had the potential to return a really explosive haul in this double game week. Missed a lot of chances in the game against Crystal Palace. Could have easily bagged the hat trick. Murphy could have easily had a lot more attacking returns in that game as well. I think he missed a couple of chances in the United game as well. But 33 points from him as my triple captain. Honestly, with the amount of chances that he missed, I'm just glad that he actually did return something, right? So 33 points from him. On my bench, I had Areola who returned 2 points in the game against Liverpool. Mitoma was injured, so he didn't play. So 0 points from him. Saka came off the bench against Brentford to return 1 point. And Spence, as we know, conceded 4 goals to Wolverhampton Wanderers and also scored an own goal, so -2 for him. Thankfully, I didn't start him in this game because it was a really close call between him and Milenkovic. So 91 points from my team in game week 32. a really nice green arrow from 227 to 170k overall. Really, really massive. A lot of positives to take going into the next double game week, that is game week 33. So we can, take a look at how my team is lining up going into that double. Currently, my team, I have Alison Becker starting for me away to Leicester. We know that Leicester haven't scored in their home in the last 10 games. Um, I expect a clean sheet from Liverpool in this game, and I expect them to, be done and dusted with the Premier League, win the title on this day. Probably a massive win. I'm predicting a 3-0, 4-0 win, even a 5-0 win against Leicester in this game. So Alisson is going to be starting in goal for me. I have Munoz in my defense. He is hosting Bournemouth and going away to Arsenal. We saw them come away with their first clean sheet over 6 games against Fulham, and they're, I believe that Munoz is going to get a decent attacking return out of one of these games against Bournemouth or against Arsenal, to be very fair. He is still one of the highest goal scoring defenders in the last 11, 12 game weeks. So I do think that if you do have him, it's a no brainer to start him right for the double game week. I had Spence in my team, but I have made my transfers going into the game week. I brought in Timber instead of Saliba. I feel like everyone is going for Saliba. He doesn't really offer much threat to me. He does offer the security of guaranteed minutes, guaranteed starts for the Arsenal defense line. But I just feel like Timber is a really good way to go. I know that White is back from injury, but I think that Timber will start both games. Probably maybe get subbed off around the 60-minute mark, 70-minute mark to give Ben White, chance for some match game time. So that just gives me a little bit of hope that hopefully if Arsenal are, holding on to a clean sheet within that period of time, he gets subbed off and his clean sheet, is locked in. He also has the potential for an attacking return because he gets forward a lot as well. So Timber is who I brought in place of Spence. My third defender is going to be Milenkovic going away to Tottenham. Forest are a really decent side defensively. Tottenham haven't been so great, but this may be a game they may look to bounce back. I don't think they have a lot, to pursue in terms of where they are currently in the Premier League. Forest have more to fight for because they're trying to retain their, Champions League spots. Tottenham have advanced to the semi-finals of the Europa League, so I think all their focus would be on that. So I think this may be a game where Forest may actually be able to clinch a win as well as a clean sheet. But you never know, right? But yeah, Milenkovic is going to be my starting defender as my third defender in my team. Um, I honestly think I may have made a mistake in the previous game week going Mitoma over Rogers because I actually wanted to go Rogers in that week, but I decided to attack the Leicester fixture only to learn that Mitoma was injured and wasn't going to feature. It would have easily saved me a transfer, and I could have, I would have the extra luxury to get another doubler. But yeah, I went Mitoma to Rogers. Seemed like a waste of transfer last week, but it is what it is. Rogers at home to Newcastle and away to Man City. Really great side at the moment, winning a lot of games. We saw them, the inspired comeback against PSG. I think they're really, they're on form. Their players, they're all, and Rogers' minutes is guaranteed. He has been on really, really excellent form for them. So he's my first midfielder. Ismail Assar is my second at home to Bournemouth, away to Arsenal. We saw him return against City. I feel he has the potential to explode in one of these games. Salah is my third midfielder, away to Leicester. I think he gets back to goal scoring form in this game. Leicester has been one of the worst sides defensively this season. I expect a goal and an assist, multiple goal contributions from him in this game. Saka away to Ipswich, at home to Crystal Palace. I expect him to start one, if not both of these games, but I expect him to get decent minutes in both games. He's also going to likely be my captain going into this week because I believe in the prospect of captaining a player that plays double. And the fixtures just look too good. Moreover, he has a decent record against Crystal Palace as well, so I'm going to be banking on that. Up top, I have Marmoush, who's going to be my vice captain. It's a really close call between him and Saka for who to captain, actually, but I'm going to leave it on Saka at the moment. Marmoush is going away to Everton and at home to Villa. Most of his goals this season have come at home, but I think he gets his first away goal for City in this game against Everton and possibly something against Aston Villa as well. Mateta at home to Bournemouth, away to Arsenal. Hopefully he gets back to goal scoring form in these games. Ishak away to Aston Villa. He has a really decent record against them as well. So I'm hoping that he gets something out of that game against Aston Villa. And on my bench, I have Areola, who is going to be hosting Southampton. Kerkez going away to Crystal Palace. I have Jacob Murphy and Dambon that are also playing away to Aston Villa. Currently, I am actually deciding on whether I want to activate my bench boost. It looks more likely that I am going to activate my bench boost. My captain, like I said, is on Bukayo Saka. My vice is on Mamush. Personally, it's a close call, right? Mamush, I know is guaranteed minutes, and I know he's going to start both games. Saka, I feel will get decent minutes over both, both double game weeks. He'll probably play, maybe, start one and come off the bench for one, or probably start both and go off early. But they're both on penalties. Looking at the fixtures, Arsenal's fixtures seem a lot easier than Man City's fixtures. But I think I would like the minute security for my captain. But Saka could easily explode in both games, whether he does start or he does come off the bench. So it's just a really tricky one. I could just go for the safer option and captain Salah anyways, against Leicester City. But yeah, I think it all boils down to personal preferences, just personal decisions. I feel like all three captain options going into this game week are really great. All have the potential to actually return massive points. Currently is on Saka. I am going to activate my bench boost the way it's looking. I just want to get the chip out of the way and then just focus on, what we have left for the rest of the season. So yeah, my captain is going to be on Saka, vice captain on Omar Mamouche, and this is what my team basically looks like going into the double game week 33. If you have any questions, please do well to leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to them as quickly as I can. Thank you guys for watching the video. See you guys in the next FPL video.